Guys, this is really interesting. There's a particular song in Yoruba that goes like this. Don't worry, I'm going to interpret it for you. It says, Yọkọlú yọkọlú kò wá tán bí ìyàwó gbọ́kàn ṣọ́lẹ̀ ọkọ yọké. Yọkọlú yọkọlú kò wá tán bí ìyàwó gbọ́kàn ṣọ́lẹ̀ ọkọ yọké. Literally what that means is that, when a man, somebody who is more powerful than you and is always trying to intimidate you, so you're just trying to relate it with like husband and wife. When husband all the time will just be intimidating the wife, he will be beating the wife, all the time. The woman will just be like, what is this? Maybe one day the woman will say, oh, I can't take this anymore. The man will not come one day, just like as usual. He just like a Samson. He went that very day, but it was not a business as usual. So the man will just come and say, I will do this, I will deal with you. Before you know, the woman, he didn't know that the woman had already made up her mind. The woman will just like, fight back. Before you know, the woman will not want to fight back. She will be running. But that day will not be a day that the woman must have made up of her mind that yes, I'm going to stand up to this man. Before you know it, the woman will just carry the man, lift the man, put him from ground and knock him on the ground, hit him on the ground. And before you know, the man will just have bruises all over the place. Even at times, that is just literally what the song is saying. Somebody who is powerful than you, every now and then, just to be intimidating you, just like bullies. They will just be intimidating you, but a day you are going to stand up to them that, no, I won't take this anymore. And that will be the day that you are going to get your freedom, or that particular woman will get her freedom from that woman that is always, intimidating her. So next time the man will reset, or that your oppressor will reset. You know that we've been saying this, especially from the SAN, Falana, who is the lawyer of Ç0URT. He has been saying, these guys, they don't have any case. The government does not have case against Ç0URT. He said it in 2019 when he was released. Because even for a layman, you begin to ask yourself, you have all of the evidences before you, all the allegations against this man. And yes, you are keeping in Abuja to do what? All those kind of cases, they are very, very weighty allegations that even if it's required to be having sitting every day, it's worth it. The same thing we are talking about Ç0URT, Nnamdi Kanu as well. With that kind of weighty allegations you levied against him, you should even be having sitting even 2 times a day, if it is possible. If it is going to be one day, or one day every day, or maybe once a week, with the kind of with the level of that charges or accusation, and they will not be postponing it. See, Ç0URT now, he's been there for 2 years. They don't have anything to tell anybody. Since 2019, when they took his phone, they said they are still investigating because of some things they believe that he has some link with terrorists. You can imagine such a thing. Are there serious people? For as many who always come and be defending nonsense, he serves Ç0URT well. You think the guy does not know what he's doing? Because we are not in a sane environment. That is why you see that people just chicken out and say, oh, your Ç0URT, your wildlife is too much. You are becoming a nuisance. Every now and then you are there. Because he's going by law and he knows that he's going to get it. The only thing they want to do, maybe they want to clear him if they want to clear him. Even when it comes out at times and say, oh, they want to take my life is at risk. He knows what he's talking about. But for those of you who don't know, you just believe that, you can't fight the government, that forget it, or let us say chicken out, or this and that. And that is why these guys are getting away with all manner of things. Why is it that those who are calling for good governance, they are the ones that this government is always coming out to slam with terrorism charges? Why? And the people who we know that they are the baba when it comes to terrorism, they look the other way. And you are there supporting them. I don't know the affiliation you have with them. I don't know the kind of promises they've given to you or what you are enjoying from them. Maybe these guys are the so-called keyboard warriors. They will just be, even some people, even ordinarily, you just begin to see some people that are not even benefiting anything from all this government, from this federal government or the state government, or from all these politicians, so to speak. And they will be defending them without reasoning. So the bone of contention now is that court strikes out 2 billion naira suit against Sahara reporters, orders over alleged defamation of Buhari's minister Malami. Even one of the charges against that they said against Ç0URT is that he insulted. Okay, is it I don't know whether it is Nnamdi Kanu that he insulted Buhari. That is one of the charges. So they didn't see anything. They just want to be hardened up. They'll be hardened up. is a Buhari, that insulted Buhari. You can imagine such a thing. The defamation of a Malami. The Federal High Court in Abuja has struck out a 2 billion naira suit instituted against Sahara reporters and others for alleged defamatory publication against the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami. A group incorporated trustee of Global Integrity Crusade Network had in the suit accused Sahara Reporters, Vanguard Media Limited, and 2 others of defamation against Malami. Joined in the suit are Omoyele Ç0URT and Barrister Kabiru Akingbolu. The group had prayed the court to compel the defendants to jointly pay Malami the 2 billion naira as compensation for the trauma, emotional stress, damage, and injury caused by AGF due to the alleged propaganda, fake news, and blackmail published in the July 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 18, 2020 edition of their media organization. But during the trial held on Thursday, the court dismissed the case. In its judgment, Justice Obiora Egwato awarded 100,000 naira against the litigants, saying they have no right to approach the Federal High Court to sue on behalf of the AGF. You see, busybody. Oh. The judge held that the AGF should be bold enough to go to court if he felt he was libeled by the newspapers. The lawsuit was prosecuted by Masha Abubakar of Femi Falana Chambers. You see? Like I told you, some people who are benefiting from them, some are not even benefiting anything, no, but they are just arguing blindly. They are just supporting blindly. And they are so miserable. And they are even many in their numbers. Supporting nonsense. You went to go and do that. So does it mean they don't know law? Or even Malami himself does not know what it takes? When those people were going, he didn't he know a whole son, for that matter, he calls himself son, he calls himself AGF. You should have known how far this whole thing will go. That how the judge is going to come up, what the judge is going to come up with. But you see, you can't tell me that he was not aware. You cannot tell me that. You can imagine. The judiciary body is now trying to stand on its own as it's supposed. Congratulations to the judiciary. Does that mean it can finally leave Abuja? Let's get campaign for 2023. Rolling Omoyele Ç0URT for president. We don't want thieves in power. Which case is federal government to win safe? Which case are they going to win? Failed state and failed politicians, lawless state. Judiciary, the verse. Justice for Judge Mary Odili. This will shock Oga AGF, Minister of Injustice. 2-0. Okpoto Rico, Ç0URT, you are a strong man. You don't need to be Ç0URT, you are a strong man. Now, before you know, now they tell you, say, you are a nuisance to this country. You are this and that. You are all over the place. Because you don't know what you don't know what you are what. You don't know your right in the first place. We should not be surprised that this came out from the AGF. Where is EFCC to take in Malami? Innocent people suffering, career criminals, looting the country ground around freely. Malami is a charge and bail lawyer. He can't even win any case. Lost in their name. Malami is one of the greatest mistakes of Nigeria. The court is waking up. Let them keep on disgracing themselves. To Malami, continue. APC government is a notorious terrorist organization. They are losers and we keep losing till thy kingdom come. Failed minister wanting to be important. So guys, leave your comment down there below and let's have your take.